Hi everyone, it's Avril here. I'm going to share with you a little technique that I've adapted from generative trance meditation and my hypnotherapy that you can use to help you transform relationships that you're having some difficulty with or you're maybe having some problems with, especially those relationships that you'd like to have more harmony with again. And this is a really nice, simple approach that you can take anywhere you want. It doesn't take much time and you can do it anywhere. You don't have to sit down and do a long meditation process or anything like that. It's nice and simple, straightforward, and it's very adaptable. So I've even used this technique when I've been making myself a cup of tea. If I don't know, maybe there's been times I've kind of had some conflict going on within relationships and it's really kind of getting stuck in my mind and I can't seem to shift through the emotional turmoil it might be causing me at that time. I find myself standing whilst I'm making myself tea, waiting on the kettle to boil to do this simple thing. So it's really nice and easy, and I'm really quite excited about sharing it with you today. Now, obviously, if I was doing a full session with someone, I would take a lot longer to go through the process, so as we could clear the issue in that one session. However, because I've adapted this and shortened the version of it, what I would suggest that you do is that if you do this regularly, maybe over a period of a couple of days, and maybe do it once or twice a day, because it does only take a few minutes. So if you do it once or twice a day, you'll really begin to see a shift in the relationship with the person that you're having some conflict or some challenges with. And you'll also begin to feel a difference within yourself on how you respond and react to that individual, because after all, that's what it's all about. So what I'm going to do is just take you through it step by step. Now, you can either watch this all the way through, this video all the way through to the end, and then come back and start again and do it for yourself, or you can just join in straight away. It's entirely up to you. And there's only a couple of things that you need to do to get yourself prepared for that, and that's, first thing is to just allow yourself to relax a little, maybe let your shoulders drop or loosen off, and take a nice few breaths in and out and kind of breathe into your center. And the other thing, there's another two things, is to think about how you feel about this person right now in this moment in time. And what I always encourage people to do is to rate their feelings on a scale of 1 to 10. A 10 being the feeling's really strong, and 1 being the feeling has no effect on them, or it's not causing them any anxiety or stress or anything like that. So take a moment to consider where you are on that scale in relation to this person that you're having a challenge with, or you're maybe having some difficulties with. So you can do that now. And once you get an idea of where you are on the scale, just either take a mental note of it or write it down. It's entirely up to you. And then the other thing I'd ask you to do is to set an intention. And that's really important. When you're doing any work like this, I always encourage people to set intentions, because the more focused we are on the intention, the more likely we are to get a positive outcome. So I'd encourage you to set an intention, and when we set intentions, it's always good to set the intention in a positive frame. So maybe you're thinking about someone that you're having conflict with just now, and rather than saying to yourself, well, I don't want any conflict, what I would encourage you to do is to rephrase that intention and set it in a more positive way. So you could set an intention by saying something like, well, I would like more harmony in the relationship. So make sure that the intention that you set is stated in the positive, and in that way you'll find that you get a much better outcome from this exercise. And that's all you need to do, is rate how you're feeling in relation to this individual on a scale of 1 to 10. Set a positive intention of how you would like to transform the relationship, and that's it. nice and easy, and we can just go in and do the piece of work now. So what I'd like you to do is, if you've done your rating and you've got an intention, all I'd like to do is I'd invite you to just take a nice deep breath in whatever way is right for you. So take a nice deep gentle breath in and breathe out. And you can do this with your eyes opened or closed. It makes absolutely no difference. You know, a lot of the time we go into little mini trances when we're wide awake, you know, when we're daydreaming and things like that. So it doesn't matter whether your eyes are opened or closed. Do whatever feels comfortable and feels right for you. So just become aware of your breath and how it feels in your body, and allow yourself to loosen and soften as much as you can for now. And maybe each time you take a breath in and a breath out, you can feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. And just allow that feeling to simply wash over you in a nice, easy, gentle way. And as you become more relaxed, I'd like to invite you to bring to mind that person you're having some difficulty with. And whether you bring them to mind in terms of you can visualise them, or you just get a sense of them and their energy, whatever it is, just bring them to mind and just get a sense or an image of that person. And just kind of hold it there for the time being, nice and gently. And as you bring them to mind, what I'd also like to invite you to do is to bring your intention to mind. And as you bring your intention to mind, just allow that to settle in somewhere within your body, anywhere, it doesn't matter. You know, it'll find a place wherever it feels comfortable to settle. Where does that intention sit within you right now? And just let it sit there, almost like it's dropping in and down into your body, and taking whatever time that you need. And once you've done that, I'd just like you to hold out your hands like this. Just hold them out there gently. And we're really just going to play around a little with this person that you're feeling conflict or feeling challenged by, and also this intention of how you would like things to be, this goal, this desire, whatever it is. I use the word intention, but you can use whatever word feels right for you. And all I'm going to ask you to do and invite you to do is imagine in one hand this person that you're having some difficulty with. Just imagine them there, in whatever way is right for you, whether you see them or sense them, or maybe even hear them there in this hand. And you can use whichever hand you wish. There's no right or wrong to this, just whatever hand feels most comfortable to you. And just imagine them there. And as you hold them there, just take a nice breath in and out again, and let your shoulders soften, and let your body soften a little more. That's it. And as you do that, I'd invite you to place your intention in the other hand, just gently placing the intention there in the other hand. And again, whether you can imagine it as something visual, or maybe just a sense of a feeling or an emotion that you'd like to have, or maybe even something you can hear yourself saying. Excuse me, just imagine it there. That's right. So in a sense, in your hands, you can see and feel and maybe even hear these two opposing factors. the person that you're having some challenges with, and the intention or the outcome or the desire that you would really like to have with this relationship. And you can hold them there nice and gently, and maybe beginning to get a sense of how they both feel, the balance of one and the balance of the other. Kind of like a yin and a yang, just holding them there gently and softly, breathing in and out, and allowing yourself to just settle in and settle down to both these things, in whatever way feels right for you. And you know, there's no right or wrong way to do this. And just hold them there. And becoming aware of your breath. And becoming aware of the balance between the two. Of this person, this relationship, and your intention. And as you do this, if you wish, you can gently close your eyes. Just let your eyes drop and just begin to imagine them both. And as you do, begin to become aware of anything that pops up into your mind, any insights or understandings. Just begin to become aware of them. You might be surprised at what comes to mind. Maybe an image, maybe a word, or maybe just a feeling, old memories, or times when there was more harmony in the relationship. Just notice what comes to mind, and there's no need to analyse it. And if nothing comes, then that's absolutely fine too. Just allow whatever is there in that space. That's right. Gently allowing and being mindful and present in this moment and this now. And let it sit there. And as you take a few moments to connect with both these parts and allow your awareness to expand, I'd like you to invite you to take a nice deep breath in, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And begin to allow your hands to gently come together at a rate and speed that's right for you, allowing them to slowly come together until they join slowly and gently. And as they move together, become aware of a transformation, of how one part can transform the other, becoming aware of it, feeling a blending of both these parts, a coming together of the two, of the challenge, of the intention, of the transformation of one another, until the two parts become one. And as your hands join together, take a nice deep breath in and breathing out. Allow your hands to simply drop wherever they feel drawn to go, drawing them into your centre, wherever that may be, staying fully present and fully focused on your intention, drawing it all the way in, all the way into your own heart centre. This intention and this desire that you have for that relationship to transform and be redefined. A new connection with this person is developing. And allow your awareness to notice the guidance or information that comes to you that's going to allow you now to transform and make the changes, whether internally or externally. Just simply allow whatever is there to come up gently and easily in its own way for you, whether you see it or hear it or just feel it as a deep sense of knowing. That's right. And just hold that position there for as long as you wish, breathing in and breathing out to your centre, and letting go of all that you need to let go of, and being fully aware and present that you're in this moment now, this moment of transforming identities, connections, and making a new alignment and a new connection to your own heart centre. And then, whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and take a nice deep breath in and simply become aware of how you're feeling now in relation to this person. Just become aware now of your own thoughts, of your own feelings as you bring this person to mind. And what I'd like you to do is go back to that scale of 1 to 10 and just notice how it's changed. And don't worry if it's only moved 1 point or half a point. That's absolutely okay, because I promise you that the more you do this, the more you'll begin to feel a real shift in your perception and your focus towards this person. And not only that, whatever happens externally in relation to this person, the control that has over your emotions and your feelings and even your behaviour will begin to diminish. And it will diminish quite substantially the more that you do this exercise. Because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to take back control of your own emotions in relation to that other person, rather than allowing that other person to dictate and control your emotions. By taking this time out to set a new intention and draw it in and reconnect with your own heart mind, your own heart centre, and being fully present in the moment will allow you to go internally to transform and change that situation. And it's a wonderfully powerful exercise. And I would really encourage you to do it as much as possible wherever you're finding yourself having any difficulty with a relationship, no matter who it is, whether it's friends, partners, or even work colleagues. You'll find it massively beneficial. And because this little adaptation only takes a few minutes, you can do it anywhere. As I said earlier, sometimes I do this when I'm making myself a cup of tea. Maybe somebody's just said something to me and it's really pushed my buttons and it's sent me into some internal conflict or turmoil. So what I do is I just take a few moments in the now, being fully present, and I reset and create an intention for how I would like that relationship to be going forward. And it allows me that moment to just come down into myself and reconnect. So I hope this has been useful for you. I've kept it short because I know we're all busy and don't always have time to listen to long audios. Please share with me and let me know how you get on with it. I'm sure you'll find a massive difference with this lovely little technique. And if you would like to give me some feedback on how you got on, I would love to hear it. You can get me on Facebook or you can email me. And I would love to hear how you're doing. Okie doke, well, have a great day everybody, and I shall speak to you all very soon. Thank you, bye.